There was a shepherd in a village. He was very poor and did not even have a cottage to live in. He had never been to school because there were very few schools in those days. But the shepherd possessed a very wonderful gift. He could understand their sorrows and troubles and help them face those problems boldly and courageously. So many people used to come to him for advice and comfort. The king of the country heard about the shepherd and thought of visiting him. One day, the king, disguised in a shepherd's clothes and riding on a mule, started out to find the shepherd. After riding for several days, he at last came to a hillside. Some sheep were grazing there. He felt sure that the shepherd he was looking for must be somewhere nearby. Finally, he found the shepherd. He was sitting at the mouth of a cave. It was his only home and eating his simple evening meal. As soon as the shepherd saw the traveler coming towards the cave, he rose to welcome him, offered him a place in his cave, gave him cool water to drink, and gave him a share of his own food. The king rested for the night in the shepherd's cave, and was struck with wonder at the shepherd's wisdom. The next morning, the king rose to depart, saying that he had a long way to go. He thanked the shepherd for the great kindness he had shown him. The shepherd judged from the talk and appearance of his guest that he was no ordinary traveler. Looking straight into the traveler's eyes, the shepherd asked him whether he was indeed a poor traveler, or whether he was, as he seemed, the king of the country. The king was astonished at the power of the shepherd. He told him that he was indeed the king of the country, and had come there to find out whether the shepherd really possessed the gift of knowing and understanding man. Then the king asked him the names of the villages where he wandered with his sheep, and appointed him their governor. In this way, the shepherd came to be a great governor over a wide district. In spite of becoming governor, he was very humble. People loved and honored him. They lived contentedly under his rule. The new governor went on his camel from village to village, listening to the complaints of his people and giving them wise judgments. His fame as a just and wise ruler soon spread throughout the country. So, the governors of other provinces grew jealous of him. They began to poison the ears of the king against him. They said that he always carried with him an iron chest, in which he kept the secret treasure that he had dishonestly amassed. At first, the king did not listen to them, but at last he came to believe in them. So one day, he called the new governor to his court. The governor came riding on his camel with the iron chest fastened secretly behind him on the camel's back. When the governor approached the king, he rebuked him for robbing the poor and behaving dishonestly towards his king. He then asked him what precious treasure he carried in the iron chest. At once, the governor ordered his servant to bring in the chest. How eagerly the people standing around waited for his guilt to be revealed. The governor drew not gold and silver and jewels, but the old sheepskin cloak, which had been his only covering in cold winters, when he minded the sheep on the hillside in former days. Holding up the cloak before the king, he said with quiet dignity,
"This, O king, is my treasure. All these years, I have kept it carefully in this chest, and have carried it with me wherever I went, lest I forget that I was once a poor shepherd, minding the sheep and living in a humble cottage. This is my oldest friend, who still protects me if at any time my master should take away from me the high position with which he has honored me."
How pleased the king was to hear this. He now came to believe that the governor, whom he suspected of dishonesty, was really the humblest and most faithful man in the world. And he made him his prime minister.